Jesse Smith Show, episode 17, the greatest show in the fucking world. This is right where you want to be. That's my new tune called I Hate Christmas, off my album that I'm never gonna fucking release, but I'm making the music anyway, and I'll play it for you guys. Hopefully they won't copyright it, because it sounds eerily similar to other songs, but yeah, that's my tune. It has words, but I didn't put the words to it yet, so what you gonna do? How the fuck's everybody doing tonight? Have a packed fucking show, definitely going into overtime tonight. Have a lot of religious bullshit to cover, but the top of the hour, I wasn't going to cover this so early in the show, but since SCOTUS slapped down the ridiculous Texas lawsuit trying to destroy our democracy, we'll cover that at the top of the show. So, how the fuck everybody doing tonight? Did you have a good week so far? Hope you did. Let's see what you're saying here. The beat is sick, yep. Dusty knows how to rock out the fucking electronic beats. It ain't very difficult. They basically make it real simple these days. You can make all this music with your iPad. Pretty fucking cool. And I got my Christmas sweater on, and I got my white hair and my beard. I look like fucking Santa Claus, so it's all good. What about reading The Selfish Gene Change Your Life? The whole concept of memes kind of changed my whole worldview and how I look at everything and how I actually put out my own content. How basically all human conversation and interaction is, oh god damn it, get off my computer! Get off! How all human interaction is basically mind viruses, and the way it all spreads is very much like the genes do, basically. So anyway, go ahead and kick off the show. But first, let's do e-begging. Did I get my fucking... Yeah, I did. Here we go. If you guys want to support the show, please consider supporting me on Patreon. Patreon.com/CODcast. We're down to $1,432. It's all good. I try not to take more than $1,500 a month because I feel guilty about it. But if you want to support the show, we do a lot of good work here at the Humanist Society Mississippi Animal Sanctuary, where we rescue cute little dogs and kittens about to be euthanized, and we give them a forever home because we rock ass. So if you guys want to support that, you should. $1 a month, whatever you can afford. It all adds up. Patreon! And is that going to play again? Hopefully this song's not going to play again. I'll just turn it the fuck off. Turn it off! I don't know what I said. Alright, cool. And also, Super Chats, lifeblood of the show. Super Chats, no questions dodged. Every question answered. I read all the fucking Super Chats one at a time. Take my money, says Corey Davis. I will, Corey Davis. Thank you for supporting the fucking show. And definitely smash the like button. Hell yeah. And, the top, god damn it, I didn't load up my bookmarks. Didn't load up my bookmarks. Dusty, you have one job and you didn't fucking do it. So do it now. I got so many fucking bookmarks. Look at all the goddamn bookmarks I have for doing this show forever and ever and ever. I don't think there's a single porn folder somehow. It's because I keep my porn on my goddamn other headset. So here we go. Here's the show tonight. Boom. Hells yeah. I'm going to start off with Ann Asbatch. Said she was going to give me a $10 donation to talk about her blind cat. You don't have to give me $10, Ann. I'll do it anyway. And she said, I had a $10 super chat all ready for tomorrow. And here's a picture of my blind kitty, Smokey. We'll send his story, the next tweet. I worked at a local humane society for 4 years, and Smokey came into the shelter when he had a bad respiratory infection going around. It impacted his eyes, and then corneas rupture. Well, that's terrible. They were going to euthanize him, but I asked the vet there if he could live as a blind kitty. The vet said yes, removed his eyes, and I took him home. He found all of the perimeters and his food and cat box within 10 minutes. He's been with us since 2008. Thanks for sharing the amazing cat on your show, Dusty. Hey, no problem, man. Thank you for rescuing this cute little motherfucker, giving him a good home. You're one of the heroes. Appreciate you, Ann. And, all right. Let's get started with the show. I'm not even going to do the fucking Trump. Trump's your president, but not for long, motherfuckers. Not for long. 42 days. What he's been doing to everybody since the beginning is going to happen to him. Look at this smug motherfucker. This is so depressing, though, that 74 million Americans who worship this smug asshole, born rich, shitting on everybody his entire life, one of the most evil fucking people on the planet, yet he has a cult. And yeah, Trump evict stroke victim 74. He's always been like this. He's always been a giant fucking piece of shit. It's time to flush this goddamn turd down the fucking toilet. And so you guys might have heard earlier this week, the Texas Attorney General Ken Paxton filed a lawsuit trying to overthrow our democracy and install a dictator. And surprise, surprise, yeah, he is being investigated for corruption. So clearly the reason he's doing this, the reason he decided to jump in and try to suck Trump's dick and file a lawsuit against the other states is because he's hoping that Trump will pardon him. This is how it works, folks. You kiss Trump's ass enough, you can basically break the law with impunity. No rules for these rich fucking white assholes. And clearly that's what he was fucking doing. So he filed a lawsuit trying to sue Georgia, Wisconsin, Michigan, and Pennsylvania into the Supreme Court to basically tell the Supreme Court, hey, just don't count their votes. Yeah, we're a state that wants you not to count the other states' votes. And their reasoning was, hey, instead of letting the legislature change their voting rules, they had other members of the government change their voting rules, which are against the Constitution, and we want you to throw out all their votes. Well, Texas did exactly the same thing. Their governor changed their rules. So did tons of other states that voted for Trump, but they didn't want to throw any of those up out. These fucking hypocrites only wanted to throw votes out in the states that voted for Biden, of fucking course, because this is how it works. Hypocrisy at its highest fucking level. Sedition is what it is, folks. Traitors who literally want to install a dictator. Don't give a fuck about democracy in this country, and let's not ever let them forget how many were involved in this. 17 other states, all Trump supporting states. I can't blame the whole states for it. Mainly it's just their attorney generals. It's the Republican leadership doing it, but they jumped in on this lawsuit saying, yeah, just throw out votes from other states that don't vote the same way we do, Supreme Court. Yeah, overthrow our fucking democracy in this country. Hooray! Just fucking biggest pieces of shit on earth. And let's let them never forget, folks, 60% of the House, gotta pause the goddamn ad, but 60% of the House fucking signed on to this. These fucking traitors in support of a pro-Trump lawsuit overthrowing the election result to install this motherfucker as dictator. So, yeah. And Trump himself said this lawsuit is what it's been all about, folks. All the other lawsuits, you can pretty much just ignore them. This is the big one we've been building up towards. We will be intervening in the Texas plus many other states case. This is the big one. This one right here, folks. This is the big shit. This is the whole goddamn game right here. Our country needs a victory, folks. Yeah, this is the one you've been waiting for. Guess what happened? You already know. If you've been paying attention to the news today, the Supreme Court dismissed it already. Refused to even hear this motherfucker. So that was Trump's big lawsuit. Boom! He's 57-1. Lost almost every court case they filed because, of course, they're inept assholes who don't know what they're doing. And kudos to the Supreme Court for actually making the right decision on this one. But needless to say, the CHUDs, who thought this was their big Hail Mary, who thought this is the one that was going to win it for them, they've deluded themselves into really believing that Trump was going to win, even though he's already lost. Trump was going to somehow overthrow our democracy and install himself as a dictator. They're all for it. And yeah, they're fucking freaking out. Here's Hannah Reloaded talking about what's going on Our Conservative, which is the big conservative board on Reddit. And I'll skip over a couple of these because there's so many of these to show you. But the last one, I will never vote again. That's not what I wanted, though. This one, martial law, please. Yeah, martial law, says the fascist. There's so much evidence of corrupt machines. There's not. And fake mail-in ballots. Nope. Plus other things, including videos of ground fraud, that Trump should declare martial law. Yeah, fuck democracy. Let's just throw everybody who voted for Biden in jail. Let's just start murdering them. Why not? Says these dictator wanners, and have paper election guided by the military. Yeah, let's go back in time where it's paper-only ballots. And even if they did that, even if it came out fully that Trump lost the paper ballots, they would still declare that it was fraudulent somehow, you know. So it wouldn't matter. They want to have do-overs over and over again until they win. And that's not how the shit works. Cope harder, motherfuckers. And here's Hannah reporting on the Donald.win, which is another Donald Trump website. War it is! Yeah, let's go to war! We lost the election, folks! Time to start killing motherfuckers! We kill now! Not subtle about it. Never forget, folks, it's the left that are the violent ones, aren't they? Low-scale asymmetrical warfare. God damn it, buckle up! Here we go. Yep, time to murder the libs. Fuck you, Thomas. Fuck you, Alito. Fuck you, Kavanaugh. Fuck you, Gorsuch. Fuck you, ACB. No, Thomas Alito want to hear it. So the 3 Trump opponents chucked out. I guess he means cucked. I don't know. Shame on them. Insurrection Act. Yeah. Do the Insurrection Act, Trump. Bring the military in to murder people. With what army? The same army that refused to follow the POTUS? We are the army. Yep, just give us the word, Trump. We'll start killing all these motherfuckers immediately. And let's go ahead and skip over a couple of these because there's so many of them to show you. CHUDs freaking out. Let's drink their tears. They're so goddamn delicious. And like usually I'm out in the shadow for it, but these are the motherfuckers who told us to fuck our feelings for the last 4 years, have rubbed it in every goddamn chance they get. So they're like, yeah, military it is. Military ain't gonna help you, motherfucker. Sorry. A ton of the military don't even like Trump. They've pretty much historically sided with Republicans, but Trump has blown all that because, you know, he has insulted military members incredibly throughout his entire 4-year term. You know, I prefer people that weren't captured in war, shit like that. So he's lost a lot of goodwill in the military. So I don't think they're going to back you. And they're still so delusional. 5D chess, hold the line, Patriots. Yeah. Just believe in the plan. It's all going to happen, folks. It's still going to happen somehow. He's magically going to be the president still. God damn it, these people are so delusional. It's dangerous and scary how fucking delusional they are, to be honest with you. And Parler, which is alt-right Twitter, for those of you who don't know, they're not taking it very well. It's not over. Trust God. Trust Trump. Which to you motherfuckers is the same thing. Trump and God is the same in your fucking stupid little cult. Yeah, it's not over, but it is. It is. That is a bunch of crap. Supreme Court is playing politics. Also, if this is a constitutional issue, what is? Only other remedy states now have is succession. Yeah, they're all over the place calling for basically another civil war. They want to succeed, folks. They want to bring back the Confederacy because that went so well last time. USA is dead to me. Good. Glad I never joined the military to serve such a pathetic land. And not as glad as the military is. Cry! Does that mean that's it? Yep, it was over a long time ago. You people were just too stupid and delusional to see it. It's over? We hit a brick wall and the fight is over? Yeah, it was over because, like, more people voted for Biden than Trump. That's how democracy works, motherfuckers. That's how it's always worked. I honestly need something for the anxiety I'm having right now, but just get drunk, smoke weed like the rest of us to get over your fucking anxiety. Life's tough. Build a bridge, get the fuck over. I guess now it's time to train myself to defend myself for what's about to happen. Ain't shit gonna happen unless you start it. You know, don't start shit, won't be shit. What are you training for? Just fucking relax, Parler. It's gonna be fine, okay? I don't even like Joe Biden. There ain't no goddamn way he can do worse than fucking Trump did. And here we go. Here's Erica. This is the Donald subreddit, which is the most popular subreddit for Donald Trump. On reddit.com. War it is! We killed now! I already read all that, didn't I? Yeah, he did. Anyway, they're gonna kill us all, motherfuckers. Gonna kill us all. Even the traitors in our family. Yeah, let's murder our own family. You can take the, I guess I'll say faggot, but I'm not saying it towards somebody. I'm just reading what it says. Out of Reddit, but you can't take the Reddit out of the faggot. Yeah, that's the way these Donald people are. Lowest scum on earth. Remember how much trouble Hillary got in for calling them a basket of deplorables? That was a compliment to these motherfuckers. No, we got to take out the Chinese agents that are state and federal government. Start with Georgia. Let's just murder the mostly Republican officials who didn't go along with the insurrection and the destruction of our democracy. Murder them all. That is what civil war means. Family killing family. Oh my God, these people are so scary. Why do we have a constitution if states are allowed to violate it at will with no consequence? Nobody violated the Constitution. What stops states from doing what the fuck they want now according to the election law? These are people that for years and years, for as long as I can remember, have done nothing but spout about states' rights. States have the rights. They individually can do what they want to. Hey, we're a republic, not a democracy. It's the states' rights that counts. And now suddenly they're like, fuck the states. The states didn't do what we wanted to do, so yeah, let's just get rid of what they wanted and do what the fuck we want to anyway. And the Texas GOP literally outright calling for succession. This is Chairman West. Perhaps law-abiding states should bond together and form a union of states that will abide by the Constitution. He's actually talking about the exact opposite because the law-abiding states follow the law. More people voted for Biden than Trump, and they certify the votes, and that's how it works. But he wants to actually do away with the Constitution, ignore the will of the people, and install a dictator. So the exact opposite of what the fuck he's saying, but he's still calling for a succession, a new confederacy. The South shall rise again, but it won't. Fuck your confederacy. If you rise up, we'll stomp your ass out just like the fucking way we did it before. So, Chud tears! Delicious! And Donald Trump out there, now this was before the SCOTUS rules, but it didn't matter. He's out there saying shit like this. I just wanted to stop the world from killing itself. Your fucking followers out there are calling for civil war. They're calling for murdering elected officials, calling for murdering and jailing liberals. This is the kind of shit you inspired. It's just so ridiculous. Almost 500,000 likes for something that is so far from the truth, it defies goddamn reality in every way. But what we have now is emo Trump. Abso-fucking-lutely emo Trump. This ain't fucking it, goddammit. Where the fuck was it? I was actually going to show a Cal Kalinske thing. Oh, well. I don't have it. Oh, here it is. Emo Trump! Yep, this is emo Trump. Oh my god. I just wanted to save the world from itself. I just love you all so much. Trump ain't never given a shit about another single human being on the face of the planet in his fucking life except for himself. If you wanted to save lives, how about instead of conning your gullible idiots in your cult out of $500 million over these fake lawsuits, how about giving that money to charity and stuff? Hungry kids and healthcare and whatnot. How about stop selling billions of dollars worth of arms to Saudi Arabia? Anything, really. How about take global warming seriously, which is going to kill, hundreds of millions of people. Anything, but nope. Emo Trump, pretending like he really gives a shit. We see through you, Trump. We know better. Time for you to go, motherfucker. And here we go. Let's see. Oh, yeah. Lies! Made $500 million just lying his ass. So he lied twice. One day, he said, no candidate has ever won both Florida and Ohio and lost. I won them both by a lot. Fact check. Wrong. Richard Nixon actually lost both. And he won both and he lost. So Trump can't even fucking Google shit, right? And then the next day he realized that I guess somebody told him, hey, you're lying. He got almost 300,000 likes for this lie, because that's the way the shit works. So the next day he added a state. No presidential candidate ever came even close to losing an election who won Iowa, Florida, and Ohio. I won all three by a lot. Once again, fact check. Lies. Nixon won all three of those and lost to John F. Kennedy. So it doesn't matter, folks. It doesn't matter if he lies. He gets rewarded for it, right? $500 million in the last 3 months that basically go directly in his coffers. He's rich, totally rich, but they make him rich and richer because they want to pay him to lie. That's what this trash country fucking rewards. And but they believe it, folks. His cult believe every word he says. They don't bother to look it up. They don't bother to think for themselves. If Trump tweets it, it is fucking gospel, according to these zombies, is what they are. That's the only way I can describe them as fucking zombies. And so here's the woman with the sexiest accent in the world, just parroting what Trump says. And I guess this is a Trump impersonator. Good God. Imagine how lame and pathetic your life has to be a Trump impersonator. I would just swallow the bullet. But anyway, here they are just parroting what Trump says without actually Googling it themselves.
When the president wins Ohio, Florida, it is known that they win the presidency.
No, you only have to really win 2 states, folks. The rest of the goddamn country don't count. That's the way it's always been. I didn't Google this, but just trust me. Trump said it, so it has to be the truth.
No one has ever won those 2 states
without winning the presidency. No one has ever won those 2 states without winning the presidency. Right. So
no matter how many times you say it, it's not going to make it true.
President Trump won. You understand? Those other 5 states were swing states, and they stole the election with that. Whether you believe it or not, look it up.
I did look it up. I did look it up, and it turns out you're wrong.
Look it up.
I did.
Look it up. You don't go like that to me. Look it up. Article 2, Section 1.2. Article 2, Section 1.2. You work for the press. You should know that. Okay? So don't be fake news. Look it up. You should have
Don't
your
be fake
facts.
news. Don't repeat shit that's not true, right?
Fake news.
You should have your facts.
They don't like to do their job.
Kamala Harris made a phone call. She said, Joe, we did it. You know what she meant by that? We cheated and we got away with it.
Why are you yelling
That's
at me?
what Kamala meant by it. Kamala.
Iran is not going to own USA. Russia is not going to own you.
She literally sounds like Borat. I don't mean to make fun because people with accents, people from other countries who are American citizens are just as much of an American citizen as I am, but it's just sort of funny hearing what she's saying.
USA. Remember that China is not going to own USA. Americans are going to own USA. Trump 2020, believe.
Very nice. My wife.
Biblical.
It's biblical. It is biblical. How bad you guys are going to fucking lose. And, in the Bible, if you ever read it, God's chosen people continuously get fucked over. So, it is biblical. I agree with you. But like I said, they believe anything their dear cult leader says. Google is your friend. Just fucking Google that shit, right? And then Trump giving the real stats, the real important things. It don't matter how many people fucking voted. What really matters is the bookies. The bookies know what's up. At 10 p.m. on election even, we were at 97% with the so-called bookies. That's what you guys should look at. The bookies know what's up. But of course, even that's not true. Yeah, he's like, I fucking screenshotted it. Here's the time, 9:38. Joe Biden had an 81% chance, and then at 9:39, he had a 64% chance. So lies, but it doesn't matter. These people don't live in any kind of reality whatsoever. They're mostly Christians, so they're never going to live in reality. And last but not least, here's the vice president, and no doubt the reason he's doing this. Let me just show you. No doubt the reason he's running like this is because the night after the election, when Biden was declared the victor, he ran out on the stage with a lot of energy, and no doubt Pence is just trying to copy Joe Biden. Look how much energy we have. We're excited that we're going to win, but you ain't. It's over. Turn out the lights. The party's over. And so that's my Trump coverage. There'll probably be so many more freakouts over the weekend, so join me Monday. I'm going to be covering all the delicious fucking tears. There's going to be so many of them. We're going to drink them down. We're going to bathe in that shit. Shower. Going to be fucking amazing. Parody's dead. Yep. Borat sis. Yep. She's an American citizen, I'm sure. Just like I am, but still. Funny accent. Trump lost some weight. That dude is slightly fatter than Trump, but still a loser. Hi, cry harder, sweetheart. I know it's so beautiful. New York, Trump 2020, motherfuckers. Nope. It's over for you guys. Looks like my grandma. All right, I won't comment on that. I'm sure your grandma is a handsome woman. Do we have to send Sherman down there again? Resurrect his ass. We won't need him. Trust me. I think Mississippi can handle these motherfuckers on our own if they want to get all uppity about it. Can slap them right the fuck back down. Jeffrey Epstein had 14 different contacts with Donald Trump. Fact, yes he did. That is a true story. Covered that on the show many times. All right, let's see. Dustin, we need a Thursday. You want a Thursday and a Friday show? That's a lot of shows, dude. I barely have enough material to do. The way I do the shows is so fast-paced that I need a shit ton of material. So I need at least a few days between shows to collect enough material for you guys. So cheers to you, Lori Sell. All right, let's read the super chat, see if I have any on the super chatty chat. Super chats. Bijan says, it was just announced Trump won't be joining the White House Christmas party this year. What a crybaby. I know. They're so fucking pathetic. He gotta cry himself to sleep. Piss baby Trump. Jason asked me $20 Canadian. Very generous. Thank you, Jason. Hey, Dusty. Hey, Jason. Remember that time the entire planet celebrated a new millennium a year early? Yeah, we're doomed. Yeah, we are. But at least we can make fun of them and have a little fun before we all die brutally. Beast Nation does not $5. Folks gave the Nugget label to Owen Hart when they should have given it to Donald Trump. Rest in peace, Owen Hart. Remember the night he died. They continued the show anyway. Fucking money hungry motherfucker. And State of Oblivion, whose victims do you think enjoyed their rape the least? Biden's victims are victims or Trump's victims. I don't know. I've covered it. I'm not sure Biden actually raped anybody. I think that I don't like Biden, but I don't think the accusations against Biden were very credible if you actually look into it. Like I've covered on the show before. I think some of the accusations against Trump were actually untrue too. I think some of them were foul. Don't get over there on my computer. Don't you do it. But Trump definitely has more accusations against him. So I have to go with Trump. Sleepy Lights, $2. Mitch McConnell is literally the Grinch. Yeah. Tippy Turtle. Hey, Tippy Turtle. What you got going, Tippy Turtle? Remember that shit? Max Carter, $4.99. We truly live in the stupidest timeline. The thing is we don't. It's actually been worse than this. We just never paid much attention before. It's never been like Trump just kind of laid it all bare to us. Trump actually did kind of a favor to us in a way, in a really strange way. He showed us how shit the country actually fucking is. And it's kind of blown my mind, but it's opened my eyes a great deal. Exiled from myself. These MAGA cultists are so distraught because they live in an alternative reality. They don't understand what's going on right now. Yeah, that's true. But I used to think that they were just bullshitting to try to piss people off, to try to trigger people. But now I think they actually believe it, which is even scarier. And Donald Frank gave me $5. Thank you, Donald Frank. Appreciate that. More super chats, please. Please support the show if you're able. If you can. And let's move on. So we're going to do a big religious bullshit segment. We got like 2 weeks of religious bullshit to cover. Let's see. Where the fuck is my religion? Here we go. Because religious bullshit, religious bullshit, religious bullshit. It's time for religious bullshit. And it's time for religious bullshit. And for those of you in other countries who are wondering how it got so bad in this country, how we got so pathetic, it's because we are run by a death cult in this country. And I'm not just going to blame it on the anti-SAWs who decided blue-haired college kids were more of a threat than the Christians who took over our country. But I do blame you. I do blame you, motherfuckers, for not taking it seriously as we should. But that was just a little part of it. But, yep. Deadliest days in American history. Galveston Hurricane, 8,000. Antietam, 3,600. 9/11, 2,977. And we've actually had more since then. But last Friday, one of the deadliest days in American history. Last Tuesday, one of the deadliest days in American history. And last Friday again. I got last Thursday. Last Friday and Pearl Harbor. And we had, I think the last 2 days too. This was old. So today we had another like 2,900. And yesterday we had like almost another 3,000. So we've had, like 8 of the last 10 deadliest days in American history in the last couple of weeks. So, you want to know why it's that way in this country, folks? Want to know why we are the laughing stock of the fucking world? It's because these religious idiots run every fucking thing in this goddamn country. It's the most pathetic thing you'll ever see. And so let's cover these mother. First off, we have a Trump-loving pastor urging people to reject the vaccine, which is odd as fuck, considering that it's fucking Trump. What the hell happened? Which is odd as fuck, seeing how it's Trump who is pushing the vaccine and taking credit for it. Though, out of one side of their mouth, love Trump, worship him like a god, and the other side of the mouth basically declare the vaccine the harbinger of the Antichrist. You guys can't have it both fucking ways. So anyway, this is Trump-loving pastor Guillermo Mardano telling his congregation not to accept the COVID-19 vaccine. Now keep in mind, folks, that we need at least 70% of the population to take the vaccine for it to be effective. And it's not going to happen in this country. Even though science is going to bring us a vaccine, we're still going to die in massive numbers because of this type of shit right here. Right Wing Watch, do it.
Ninguno que pudiese comprar ni vender, sino el que tuviese la marca o el nombre de la bestia y el número de hombre.
That no man might buy or sell, save he that has the mark or the name of the beast or the number
Pueblo,
of his name.
Quiero que me vea.
People, I want you to look at me.
That is exactly what is happening with COVID-19.
Eso es exactamente lo que está pasando con el COVID-19.
They preparing the structure for the Antichrist.
Están preparando la estructura para el anticristo.
How?
¿Cómo?
The vaccine.
La vacuna.
They're going to demand for you to have the vaccine in your passport
Van a
and
exigir
seal it.
que usted tenga la vacuna y en su pasaporte.
And by demand, he means other countries don't want us in Unless we've actually taken the steps to vaccinate ourselves and not kill their citizens. So, yeah, that's a good thing, dipshit.
poder viajar.
Otherwise, you will not be able to travel.
Because they preparing the way.
Porque están preparando el camino.
En las vacunas
In the vaccines,
están hechas para alterar su ADN.
they are made to alter your DNA.
Fact check.
Me di cuenta de un caso de una niña de 9 años.
I heard of a case, a 9-year-old girl.
Se puso la vacuna.
She got the vaccine.
Hablaba normal.
She could speak
La
normally.
niña normal.
She was a normal
De
girl.
repente paró de hablar.
Suddenly, she stopped talking.
Because those vaccines are made to change your DNA.
Porque esas vacunas están hechas para alterarle
And
su
number
ADN.
two, they're made to trace you down.
Y dos, están hechos para,
Track you down.
para rastrearlo a usted.
Do not put the vaccine.
No reciba la vacuna.
Yeah, let's clap for him.
Believe in the blood of Jesus.
Crea en la sangre de Jesús.
Believe in divine immunity.
Crea en la inmunidad divina.
Yeah, you preachers are dying all over the place. It ain't fucking working. But, like, the sad thing is, he's going to be rewarded for saying this. He's killing people. He's killing his own congregation. But like I'm going to show you, the more they talk about this, the more they tell people not to take the vaccine, the more money they make, the more they're rewarded for it, because this goddamn trash country is run by a fucking death cult. Here's another example of it. Pastor celebrates COVID outbreak at church. So they had a COVID outbreak in this church. How many people got COVID? Tons of people got COVID. And so one of his church members went public and said, yeah, he's only doing this to make money. He don't give a shit. So the preacher played the news clip of the congregation member explaining correctly that he doesn't give a fuck about the congregation. He's just trying to make money. And he declares the fact that he spread COVID in his church and he's taking shit from it means he's blessed. Because when you're persecuted, you're blessed, of course. Angering bullshit.
Joseph's brothers hated him, and the mere fact that people hate you is the evidence that they believe what you're saying is true.
Yeah, Hitler was the correctest person on earth. Hitler was so blessed because people hated him. That's how it works, folks.
I had some haters this week. I don't know if you noticed. Play it for them.
Rockland continues to hold indoor service despite public health guidelines. And now a former member tells us there has been a coronavirus outbreak linked to the church. ABC 10's Monica Coleman is live with the details tonight. Monica.
Mass, and that former member is named Cynthia, and she says that 6 people have tested positive for COVID-19 after attending a service here at Destiny's Church. She says many of those people who tested positive are also staff members and plan to return back to the church this Sunday due to fear of losing their job if they don't come back. Also, the former member tells me that during church service, no one is required to wear a mask or be socially distant, and that Pastor Greg Farrington doesn't want to move to a virtual service, fearing fewer tithes and donations from members. Farrington says he is not forcing anyone.
You can hear him in the background laughing. They're going to clap and cheer for this guy for spreading coronavirus, folks.
To come to church in person, but will continue to hold service as it is because it's his First Amendment right. The city of Rockland says they have notified the church of the public health guidelines after receiving multiple complaints.
The church needs to close down, do a Zoom like other worship people do. You know, I know other congregations. They have a certain time, everybody's on Zoom, the pastor preaches. He wants them there. He wants to make sure he gets that envelope.
Cynthia did want to keep her identity hidden due to fear of retaliation, but I did reach out to Placer County public health officers, and they say that there's any correlation to a cluster of COVID.
Look how smug. He loves it.
Let me give you the good news. That's real. No, you think that's bad. That's good. That's good. Jesus says, blessed are they who persecute you, for they say all kinds of evil about you. I'm blessed. I'm blessed. The favor of God is on this house. I don't care what the haters say. God has put a jacket on me, and I am blessed.
Yeah, making millions. He'll make more money from saying this, folks. He'll make more money from killing your grandma. Anger is the right fucking emotion. Just so fucking trash. And here's another example of it, folks. Here's what they do at churches where they basically tell you to go hug the person next to you. They encourage you to spread the pandemic.
You've already been welcomed, but we want to welcome you in a more personal way than we can do from the stage. So if you'll just join us, we want to fellowship together. The world tells us that we're dangerous to be around each other.
You mean scientists by the world? You mean experts in the field?
The fact of the matter is, this is the best place you could possibly be.
No.
So we want you to join us, and we're going to greet one another in the name of the Lord. Stand with me now.
Stand and just hug your neighbor. Let's just have a super spreader event right here.
Hey, nice addition to the...
Yeah. We're all going to die, folks. We're all going to die. For those of you in other countries who are making fun of us, please continue to do so. We absolutely deserve it. And Michigan Bastards tells church members to get COVID. Yeah, they're just outright telling you to get COVID now, folks. I'm not making this up. So, and this is not funny. Here's the scary part. As he's telling you to get COVID, he's continuously fucking coughing.
Back to the left. Excuse me. COVID. It's all good. Several people have had COVID. None have died yet. It's okay. Get it over with, press on.
Yeah, 300,000 people dead. Just get it over with. Press on. Hey, you might live. I mean, sure, you're going to get other people killed, but yeah, who cares? Jesus, am I right? And yeah, at least it's taken a few of these motherfuckers with them. I know I should be more sensitive, but I'm not, because fuck these motherfuckers. Pastor at COVID-defying California megachurch dies from COVID complications. Thoughts and prayers, motherfucker. The staff and congregants at Walter Life Community Church, a megachurch in Fontana, California, learned that the hard way this week, as they're currently mourning the death of Pastor Bob Bryant after he caught the virus a week ago. So yeah, die, motherfucker. Seriously, I'm just sad that you're taking other people with you, but I don't give a fucking shit about your life. Fuck you. You're evil. You motherfuckers are so goddamn evil. Here's another one. Pastor Rick Joner, when I had COVID, I sat face to face with God for 50 days. So they get the disease. They spread it, folks. And if they get over it, they use that as proof that somehow they were chosen by God, and they even make more money off of it. That's how dastardly this shit is. They get it, spread it, and they use it to fundraise.
But it was right after the COVID when this incredible weakness came upon me. I felt like my internal battery had about 1% energy. I mean, I couldn't walk 3 or 4 feet without having to sit down. And I'd never felt that kind of weakness. And when I sat down, all of a sudden it's like I'm in heaven. I was in heaven. And there were 2 thrones in front of me. The Lord was on one of them, and there was a chair for me. And I just sat down, and we met face to face. And so I just thought, this is incredible. It happened the second day. It went on for 15 days. 15 days. Almost everything he talked about was his coming kingdom. And everything was so profound. It's like, I've never seen that before. I've never seen that like that before. And it was so exciting. The third day, that started November the 1st. November the 3rd was our election day that I had been really intense, wanting to know how this is going to... I turned on the news the evening of November 3rd to see who was winning or whatever, and it was so boring I couldn't stand it. I turned it right off. I said, the kingdom, once you grasp the kingdom like this, it is really hard to get interested.
Yeah, folks, God just gave me coronavirus. I could go to heaven with him. Now I really know a lot about God. Give me more money, folks. And it's so sad that you motherfuckers in Oklahoma keep giving people like this power over you. Oklahoma governor, who downplayed COVID-19, calls for a day of prayer and fasting for victims. Instead of doing anything else, they're having a surge in Oklahoma right now. But instead of doing anything about it, Just pray about it, folks, because that's worked so well thus far. Oklahomans have always turned to prayer to guide us through trials and seasons of uncertainty. And I'm asking Oklahomans of all faiths and religious backgrounds to join together with me on Thursday, said Governor Stitt. I believe we must continue to ask God to heal those who are sick. Yeah, the all-powerful, all-knowing, all-living God is making us all sick. Let's beg him not to kill us, because that's a mantra we want to worship. Comfort those who are hurting and provide renewed strength and wisdom to all who are managing the effects of COVID-19. So sorry, Oklahoma. I feel sorry for those of you who didn't vote for him. I feel sorry for those of you who don't deserve this. But God damn it, you have to stand up and rage against these motherfuckers, because rage is the correct emotion. They're doing nothing. They're letting you die. Don't sit by and let this fucking happen. And televangelists, Vermont's sensible COVID quarantine rule sounds like Nazism. Yeah, sure it does. Remember when the Nazis tried to prevent people from getting a pandemic and save the lives of their fellow citizens? So Nazi-esque, isn't it? Right-wing watch, right-wing watch. Pretty good. I like me some right-wing watch.
This pandemic has been used. It's been used as a tool for socialism indoctrination. We're witnessing serious governmental overreach. Businesses, schools, churches, they've all been shut down. And they're trying to train us, and they're trying to train our children how to live under governmental tyranny.
They're literally just trying to keep you alive.
And here's the example. One of them, headline, Vermont schools will grill students on their Thanksgiving celebration.
Where's that headline for? Who wrote that? Some right-wing Greg? They're literally just asking you so they can do contact tracing and figure out who is more likely to have the virus so they can keep you from getting to other people. Exactly what any responsible government should do.
It's tomorrow. That happens tomorrow.
Good.
Let me read this short article.
Read it, motherfucker.
Vermont Governor Phil Scott said during a press conference on last Tuesday, that schools in the state will include new questions during daily health checks about whether students and their parents attended gatherings outside of their households following the Thanksgiving holiday.
Good.
Scott noted that any students who attended events with more than just their immediate household will be required to either take online classes for a 2-week quarantine period or quarantine for a week and then have a negative COVID-19 test.
That sounds incredibly reasonable.
The governor also encouraged businesses to take the same approach with their employees.
Okay, cool.
From my standpoint, and I quote him, this is a fair warning to those of you who are planning to have gatherings from outside your household for Thanksgiving. Scott added, if you don't want your kids to have to transition to remote learning and quarantine for a 7-day period, maybe you ought to make other plans.
Exactly. That sounds like a good governor, right?
That sounds like Nazism.
No, it doesn't.
I mean, I can hear, and you've all watched movies with Nazis and the way they talk.
I never heard any Nazi talk about keeping a pandemic from spreading to its citizens. Has nothing to do with Nazism.
This is the same thing here.
It's not. Yeah, well, he'll make millions for saying that, folks. He'll make millions. Fuck this goddamn country. I'm like fucking on the Republican side about this. All the people whining right now. Fuck this country. Yeah, fuck this country. Not for the reasons you say, but it's still trash. And hey, preacher, I don't know what a pandemic is, but I know COVID-19 is not a pandemic. The maddening part about this shit, folks, is he's bragging about how much his church is growing. And all he has done is go out there and deny the pandemic, tell people not to wear a mask, help spread this shit, and he's raking it in and bragging about it. This is hate pastor Greg Locke. Is that his name? Yep. Angering. Let's watch.
For months, we've seen President Trump turn wearing a mask into a political issue. But now, as the United States nears the first coronavirus vaccinations, the question, will that resistance to wearing masks among Trump supporters translate to a reluctance to be vaccinated? CNN's Ellie Reeve visited a largely conservative county in Tennessee for this story.
News of imminent vaccines comes just as COVID-19 surges through rural parts of the country, and the political debate is as heated as ever.
And I don't wear a mask when I go in either.
We wanted to know if the same resistance to masks would happen to the vaccine. So we reached out to Greg Locke, a pastor in conservative Wilson County, Tennessee, who says he has grown his congregation by protesting COVID control measures.
We're not going to close our church, ladies and gentlemen, because of COVID-19.
There's a lot of sincere people that are doing their best to put out a vaccine, but that doesn't mean I'm going to take it. I don't believe the government can tell me, when or how I can stick a needle in my arm or my kid's arms. Super government overreach.
Locke says he's moved his services outdoors not to limit the spread of COVID, but to handle all the new people who've come.
Faith over fear. I ain't worried about some fake pandemic.
I'm saying the sickness is real. I'm saying the pandemic is not.
I don't understand what you mean when you say pandemic's not real.
Pandemic is not real.
But
That's
what do you think a pandemic is?
Not COVID-19.
But what
It is
do
no
you think a
pandemic.
pandemic is?
I think we stuck on the pandemic question.
It's
Well, then why
ridiculous.
can't you answer it?
I did. There's no pandemic.
But
COVID-19
what would
is
a
not a pandemic.
But what is a pandemic then?
Not what we're experiencing. I'm 44 years old. We've not had one in my lifetime, so I don't know. And this is not it.
I don't know, and this is not it, genius.
To be clear, a pandemic is a disease that spreads across many countries and affects many people.
Yep, like COVID-19, but you heard him. He's getting more popular than ever, making more money than ever. Because this is the kind of shit this country rewards. 300,000 people dead. And we're run by these death cults in this country. Just so fucking frustrating. And here's conspiracy theorist Deanna Lorraine. And I'm actually kind of surprised. She's actually speaking out against Trump a little bit. Usually they have this double think where they're not going to take the vaccine. It's the Antichrist, but also they love fucking Trump who's pushing for the vaccine. She's actually pushing back against Trump a little bit and saying, even if Jesus took it, I ain't taking it. More from Right Wing Watch.
President Trump, too, which I also don't like about it, but apparently Donald Trump just said he's willing to take the vaccine also live on TV.
Good.
He said he's also willing to take it, the COVID-19 vaccine, live on TV. And again, I don't like this. Trump, probably 80% of your base does not want that vaccine.
Probably.
They are not willing to take a foreign rushed substance and jab it into our arms. I don't care who takes it. I don't care if Jesus takes it. I'm not taking the vaccine. And it's weird. And it makes me feel uncomfortable that President Trump is jumping on the bandwagon with Obama and the Clintons and Bill Gates and now Fauci and Cuomo saying they're going to take this live on TV. We don't care. In fact, the more you guys do this weird, desperate attempt to try to convince us that the vaccine is safe, that was rushed at warp speed, the more uneasy I feel with the vaccine. I don't care if President Trump. So President Trump, if you're smart, if you don't want to lose your base of support, please don't keep jumping on this vaccine bandwagon and saying you're going to join these clowns and take the vaccine live on TV, please.
Yeah, Trump, don't do the one good thing you've ever done in your goddamn life. Try to push people to get vaccinated. Just let the country die, Trump. Like I said, we need 70% of people. And we're not going to get it, folks. Because we're run by goddamn death cults. I'm going to skip over the Jim Baker one. Jim Baker phoning it in. So let's skip over him and, oh yeah. Look how fucking emotionally fragile Christians are. Keep in mind, these are the people that for 4 years have said, fuck your feelings. Facts don't care about your feelings. And now they're all like.
For the Christian community, the evangelical Christian community, they were told that Trump was going to win. They were assured that Trump was going to win. Everyone expected that Trump was win. And so many people were so deeply emotionally invested in Trump and in this election. And if Trump ends up losing, and especially with how it looks like he's going to lose with all the fraud and everything, it's going to be so emotionally devastating. And now the support for Trump was overwhelming.
Is it going to be emotionally devastating that more people voted for Biden and that's how democracy works? Because fuck your feelings. How about that? How's that feel? Build a bridge, get the fuck over it, motherfuckers. God, such snowflakes. Try harder, losers. But here is self-declared prophet Jeff Jansen telling you, hey, not only is Trump going to win again, he's not, but also Barron is going to win. So got that to look forward to.
Donald Trump will sit in the White House another 4 years, but not only him, there will be a Trump legacy. And the last Trump will be Barron. The Lord said, when the last trump sounds, the last Trump is Barron. And he is going to be like his father. He is going to be one of the greatest presidents in these United States.
Wow, God told you that? Yep, I talked to God. You can believe me. Send your checks directly to me, Jeff Jansen. Fucking goddamn America. Next up, on religious bullshit. This guy got a couple videos from this guy. This is Pastor Todd Coconutto. That's how I'm going to pronounce his name, Coconutto, because that's the way it sounds to me. And here's Coconutto being nutty as fuck.
People say, well, were the prophets wrong in saying that President Trump won? No, because President Trump did win. They say, well, Pastor Todd, are you going to recant on saying that you felt like the president's going to win? No. I mean, we know the president won, ladies and gentlemen. He won by a landslide. He won probably, honestly, by the biggest landslide in the history of our country.
So this is the grift. They declared, God told me Trump was going to win. And then when he loses, they're just going to say, hey, Trump, he did win. We were right. He did win. Even though he didn't, but we were right the whole time. So just believe us. Just believe us when we tell you God's talking to us, folks. And here's another one from this same dipshit.
So back to the question, is Trump going to win? I think that as we pray, something happens. God responds.
Why? Why would God change his plan depending on what you pray for? Why wouldn't he just do whatever he wants to do to begin with without you praying? Why would your prayers affect him in any way whatsoever? It doesn't make sense.
And when I asked the Lord, what should we do? Should we stop praying? Should we accept our defeat and move on to the next thing? He says, absolutely not. Opposite. Pray, pray, pray. Pray without ceasing.
Yeah, I want Biden to win. I mean, I want Trump to win, not Biden. But I want you guys to beg me for it. You guys got to beg even harder. Beg me. Get on your knees and beg, motherfuckers. And if you beg me enough, maybe I'll change shit. But you ain't begging hard enough.
Believe, have faith, trust. So that's what I'm getting from God. And so that gives me encouragement in my spirit. Because if the Lord is saying that, that means it's not done. You see, you understand me, saints? That means it's not done. Because if it were done, then I think God would be telling me, you know what, just move on, or, move on to the next thing. You've entered into a new season, and everybody needs to be prepared for the persecution. Now, does that mean there won't be tough times ahead? No. Does that mean there won't be persecution? No. But what it means is simply this. He has not told me to stop praying. And because of that, I believe that he's moving on our behalf in some way, shape, or form. And I believe that this is a war that we're going to have to pray this through until the very end here. But I do believe we're going to see God move on our behalf. And I think it's going to be such a miracle, a sign and wonder. Now get this, because this is important. Get this, because this is important. I believe it's going to be such a miracle, sign, and wonder as this takes place, that the people, that even the godless, even the atheists, are going to look and say, wow, look at the God that they serve. Look at the God that they serve. Because people are going to say it was impossible. They're going to say there was no way. They're going to say, absolutely not. It'll never happen. And then what God does when he moves, they're going to see and look and say, wow. And I believe it's going to bring people to salvation.
Yeah, folks, I'm going to become a Christian. I'm telling you what, if Trump does get another 4 years, he's right. I'm going to become a Christian, folks. Just to get the money, though. I'm just going to give up on society and become a fake televangelist to rake the money in off gullible sucker. I mean, I didn't say that. No, nobody heard me say that. Next up, on religious bullshit. Yeah, Trump going to start arresting and executing people. Because why wouldn't he? This is not terrifying to the very core of your being at all, is it?
There is an aspect of this that even by December 13th, people saying, "Bang, we're running out of time." December 14th, the electoral.
Right. We hear that all the time.
And it doesn't matter. It doesn't
really.
It doesn't matter because there is an expectation of the electoral college turning it over to Biden. I'll say that this is I'm just going to tell you that the Trump side, they have that in mind. They're prepared for that. If it has to go that far, it's okay, because that just puts the treason at an official legal level.
Yeah, we're just going to arrest the electorates who do the will of the people in their states for being traitors. Nothing terrifying about this.
By doing that. And it makes certain high individuals it makes them guilty at another level. And there is an emergency order from 2018 that this nation is operating under, and they literally are going to go down as traitors. And, if you go to the extreme case, they can be, it's executable. It's not even that the Supreme Court's the last level.
Really?
It's really, it has to be done before January 20th. But if you
Are you referring to, if Supreme Court isn't the highest level, are you referring to tribunals as the highest level?
No, they are the highest level from a standpoint of judicial, but we are actually under emergency executive order, emergency executive kind of state of war. And President Trump literally has the right to put the whole nation under martial law, to take all social media, where he doesn't have to have fake news taking his message and not allowing it to get out there. He has legal rights to do that at any time. We're also, for what he's obligated to do as president, is to defend this nation from foreign enemies. And he can activate that because what is proven is that foreign agents, China, Iran, Serbia, other ones, were part
Oops, I stopped it.
Of meddling, more than meddling, trying to steal an election in this nation, both through the Dominion and the other software, but also through the money that they paid, the millions and millions they paid off. And so he could at any time just show, he can call he can use his national emergency broadcast authority that he has, and I'll have on everyone's cell phone computer, it show up the actual information and proof of and everything, show it to the American people. And based on that, all these arrests have to be made of these. And it's not a political thing at all. It is a national security thing.
Yeah, it's not political at all. He's just going to arrest anybody that does the will of the people and gives the electorates divide. And it's not political, folks, that he's going to destroy democracy and install himself as a dictator. It's just national security, folks.
So he has, again, about 5 levels of things to appeal to. He has the trump cards.
Yeah. Literally just straight out calling for insurrection, dictatorship in this country, folks. Oh, we're so fucking fucked. And next up, right-wing pastor. The coup against Trump is a sign of the end times. It's always a sign of the end times. That, like I said, all over and over again, folks. They've been saying this. When I was a kid, they told me Trump was coming back Jesus was coming back any 5 seconds now. They told the same thing to my mom when she was a kid, told the same thing to my grandma when she was a kid, my great-grandma when she was a kid. They say this all the fucking time. Everything that happens, they use as a warning that we're in the end times. This is how they rake their gullible doofs into giving them money. And of course, this is no exception. More from Right Wing Watch.
There's a constitutional argument that is at play here. The efforts of Sidney Powell take you more into perhaps a criminal aspect of the Dominion voting machines and so forth. But then, as General McInerney said a couple nights ago, he says that in reality, this is a coup. I've called it that. And if it's true, as we heard yesterday from Lynn Wood, and then now supported by other mechanisms, that China actually bought Dominion voting on October 8th, you actually have now a military operation where this is cyber warfare. And as McInerney says, the president, as commander-in-chief, needs to step in and pull up the Insurrection Act and say, this is a military issue, and round up those who have committed treason, and then it goes down the path of a military tribunal. This is the kind of big stuff that is actually in front of us right now, and it could go any or more than one of these areas that I'm talking about, because it's literally there, Perry. It's there. The evidence is there, and our piece is working that way.
I also read where Sidney Powell is like one of one, maybe one of two civilian lawyers that qualify to go before a military court. That's significant that she would be playing at this level.
That is not insignificant. You are correct. And that does raise this to the level of something very, very big. And so that's why those who are viewing right now need to understand that there is far more at play. This is not a Democrat or a Republican issue. This is way bigger than that. This is warfare. It is cyber warfare at the very least. It is more than that. It's spiritual warfare at the highest levels manifesting itself, but it's in the context of these end days where deception comes forth. The man of sin is ultimately revealed, and all of this is set up ultimately where the justice of God is brought against the nation, the God-defying nations of the world, as they ultimately focus their attention on Israel, and God takes care of them on the plains of Megiddo. This is going to happen. That's what the Bible says.
The Bible said it.
These stages, we have to view it in this larger sense.
Definitely got to view it.
While we look at these
based on 2,000-year-old fiction that's never going to fucking happen. God damn it. What a wonderful, beautiful, intelligent plan from the all-knowing, all-wise, all-loving God. Makes total sense to me. And evangelist Christians must be loyal to God and reject the election results. That's right, folks. Reject reality and substitute your own, or else you're not loyal to God and you'll be punished.
I'm going to say this, that Joe Biden is president is the conspiracy theory, not the Dominion voting, not all of the corruption that we're uncovering. The conspiracy theory, the tinfoil cone hat theory is that Joe Biden is the legitimate president of the United States. Get that. Now, here's what you're doing. The Bible says not to fear their conspiracy theories, but to fear the Lord. And then he will be a sanctuary. Now, think about this. When we're looking at that moment when God said to the Israelites, we've got to say this to you, watching now, if you are filled with the Holy Spirit and give in to fear, God is going to judge you. God is going to correct you for that. If you're giving in and you're one of those that...
By giving in to fear, he means if you believe reality, that Joe Biden won the election, God's going to punish you. You literally have to deny reality.
Voted for Biden, you're one of those that is kind of using cheap grace as an excuse to accept this cultural change and say, well, let's be loving. God is going to judge you. Because what happened is they wandered in the wilderness.
Yeah, if you say, let's be loving, God's going to judge you. That's the last thing God wants, is you to be loving.
And God made up his mind. He said, they will never go into my promised land. He said he had made up his mind already. I'm just waiting for you to die. And there is a sheep part of the body of Christ right now.
Why would you worship this monster? He sounds awful. What a dick.
And there is a goat. And right now, this is a test. Ladies and gentlemen, this is a test. Yeah. It's a test of whether you're going to stand on the word or go by what you see, if you're going to believe the lies, or you're going to understand that it would make no sense for such a verbatim prophecy as the third Supreme Court justice, being a woman of compassion, that he gave in October 20th. It would make no sense for that part to be true and the part about the corruption being exposed not to be true. That's what you got to hang your life on right now. You got to be loyal to God in this hour. And
by be loyal to God, it means be loyal to Trump over everything else.
Not give in, because God will surely bring correction.
Spoiler alert, he won't, because he doesn't exist, folks. They're just trying to instigate civil war. And Michelle Baldwin, I apologize in advance for playing this clip because her voice is so goddamn shrill and annoying, like nails on a chalkboard, but here we go anyway. More from Right Wing Watch.
From the political point of view, from the legal point of view, from the moral point of view, America is not on board with Joe Biden as the next president.
They literally voted for him like 6 or 7 million more people. Seems like they might be, Michelle Bachmann.
Of the United States. We're not there. And the reason why we're not there is because we're not that dumb. in the United States. Because we know without a
We are definitely that dumb in the United States. No matter how dumb you think we are, we're way fucking dumber than that. This is proof of it.
shadow of a doubt, this man did not get the votes on election night. It didn't happen. Donald Trump got the votes on election night. So why would we be like drones, chumps, and fools to go along with this? When the clock was striking 11:59 and 59 seconds on the 400th anniversary of this gift of God to the world, this idea of voting for the people and the laws that you live under.
So she's about to say that democracy is a gift from God, but they literally want to destroy democracy and install a dictator. You literally want to do the opposite of what you claim God gave us.
That we take for granted, that's exactly when Satan was snatching away from America, rule by the consent of the governed. In other words, stealing from us our right to vote. I am highly offended, insulted, angry, and I'm not going to stand for the fact that my vote was stolen.
Why would God let Satan steal your vote if he cares about democracy? It doesn't make any sense. It's almost like your God is a feckless idiot who's not all-powerful in any way whatsoever. And next up, you guys see this. Don't worry, folks. Don't worry, Christians. These people have the solution to the problem. They're going to walk around courthouses 7 times and scream, and then somehow Trump's going to get elected again because, you know, they're definitely living in reality. This is the Jericho March official video invitation. Shout, for the Lord has given you the city. Joshua 6:16.
America is under attack.
Yeah,
our
you
voices rang out on November 3rd, but the most corrupt forces in America and abroad, and their conspirators in the media and big tech, have tried to silence our voices and our vote. This is a defining moment in history, and our country needs us now. We are at a crossroads. One path leads to a return to our founding Judeo-Christian principles: love of God, life, liberty, justice, law, and order.
So you're not for law and order. If you're for law and order, you would want the will of the people to be done. But you're for the exact opposite of that. Destroying the Constitution, destroying our democracy.
The other path leads to socialism.
All right, let's take that one.
Globalism,
All right,
destruction. A dismantling of our great nation as we know it.
Good.
But the voices of patriots and people of faith will not be silenced.
Patriots, that's code for terrorist.
America is a gift entrusted to us by our Creator, and a republic secured by our founding fathers and those who sacrificed to keep us free. Now it is our moment to save our republic and protect our freedoms from the corrupt and destructive forces at work. The world is watching. Jericho was a city of false gods and corruption. On God's command, Joshua and the army of Israel marched around the city 7 times and let out a loud shout, and God brought down the walls of the city
and killed lots of people, including little babies and women and children. Lots who were murdered brutally. Let's do that again. God is awesome.
Exposed the darkness. Our Jericho March was born of a vision from God. We, the people, peacefully march, pray, and protest for election integrity, transparency, and reform until the walls of this Jericho crumble down. We pray, march, and protest to preserve free and fair elections in our great republic for the sake of our generation and generations to come. We are calling on all American patriots and people of faith to join us on our Jericho marches every day at noon at their state capitals. These marches will culminate on December 12th with a Let the Church Roar national march on Washington, D.C., and regional marches in all the swing states. If you are deeply troubled by the fraud and corruption in this election and want to protect the future of a free America, then come and join us. Stand for truth and justice. This is our battle of Jericho for people of faith and patriots from all across America.
So obviously, this does nothing. Circling 7 times does nothing. And I'm just going to skip to the end. Do you want to know why they're doing this?
and expect a miracle. For donations to support, click the pink donate button in the video.
Yeah, that's what it's all about, folks. It's all about making money off gullible idiots. Trump made $500 million. They're fleecing the flock every chance they get. It's all about the goddamn money. We need money. Jesus needs your money. So, yeah, fund us so we can walk around a building 7 times. Because that's how you make meaningful change, isn't it? God damn it. And you guys heard about these monoliths that popped up everywhere? It's probably just kind of a PR campaign or some shit. I don't know. But they ain't popping up like in deserts and all over the fucking place. Well, these goddamn rednecks, I guess they found one, and I guess it was on a mountaintop or something in California. Let me find the video. Is this it? Yeah. Here's the fucking grainy ass video of these rednecks going up there and tearing it down because Jesus!
So-called alien obelisks and more of the cross right here. Because Christ is king of this country. We don't want illegal aliens from Mexico or outer space. So let's tear this bitch down. Come on.
Let's tear this bitch down. And notice the people in the chat are like, beast! So beast! This is why when you use the word beast, to me, it's so fucking cringy. So the last thing I want to be is goddamn beast, because motherfuckers like this use that word. So yeah, they're just going to tear it down, because of course, why not? And they're going to erect a cross instead. Because Jesus Christ is king!
Christ is king! Christ is king!
Then why he needs you to do it? Why don't he come back and do it himself? He got a problem with it. Where you at, Jesus?
It's like bolted down right here.
Amen!
First. Alright, what do we got here? Pull up. Now he's pulled out.
These motherfuckers can't afford anything better than a goddamn potato to record on either. You think Jesus would have better camera equipment?
Wait. Maybe you rotate it like that. So-called alien obelisks.
Yeah, based. You guys are so based. Thank you for tearing down the model and put up a cross. You really did something there, didn't you? You fuckity fucks. Did you guys hear about this school that suspended this gay kid for painting his nails? Because, of course, why the fuck wouldn't you suspend a kid for painting his nails? Let the girls do it. We're like, we have a school dress code, and boys just ain't allowed to do it because gender and shit. You know, fuck off. Every boy in that school should paint his nails. Be like, fucking suspend us all, motherfuckers. Rise up. Don't take that bullshit. And did you hear about the million moms, which is one fucking mom, on Twitter? She all mad because Ritz Crackers had I guess a trans, I don't know if it's a trans woman or he was supposed to be a gay guy. I don't know what it is. They didn't really say, but he put lipstick on and he had a holiday with their lover, and they mad because they ain't got nothing better to be mad about. Oh no, he's putting on, or they're putting on lipstick. I shouldn't use gender pronouns.
The holidays are about spending time with family. Whether it's the one you're born into or the one you make. Where there's love, there's family. Join us in helping create a more welcoming world at tasteofwelcome.com.
So clearly evil! You found people who accept you for who you are and love you unconditionally. Totally evil! We gotta be mad about that. So the one mom at Million Moms is like, Ritz Crackers is attempting to normalize the transgender lifestyle by airing a commercial that has absolutely nothing to do with selling crackers. Because it's gotta be about selling crackers. That's what every commercial is about. It's about exactly what they're doing. The company most recent ad features a man putting on lipstick like a woman and effeminately clinging to another man to brainwash children and adults alike by desensitizing audiences. Ritz needs to hear from you. Supporting the transgender agenda Instead of remaining neutral in the culture war, it's just bad business. If rich crackers refuse to remain neutral, the Christians will vote with their pocketbooks and support companies that do. I'm gonna go buy extra rich crackers. I'm gonna crumble them up, just smear them all on my body just to piss you off. Can you guys not fuck with my camera, please? God damn it, you moved my camera around already. I know you did. Let me fucking fix that shit. Cats everywhere. You fucking with my shit. Cats. Don't fuck with my shit. All right. It's Fat Katana. What you doing, Fat Katana? You gonna fuck all my shit up, baby? You gonna fuck all my shit up? I can hear purring. You guys hear that purring? I got 2 cats on me. All right. Anyway, fuck you. Million moms. We do what we want. Gonna buy all kinds of crackers. Next up on religious bullshit. You guys hear about this one? Anti-LGBTQ leader caught fleeing all-male orgy in Brussels. Yeah, they caught him with ecstasy on him. He was at a big gay party, just gaying it fucking up, and he one of the main guys that's anti-gay. Happens every fucking time, dudes. Just suck dick, it's fine. No one gives a shit. Why you gotta be all anti-gay about it? God damn it, religious hypocrites. And next up, did you guys know that if you have a miscarriage, that's just God killing your baby, and he gonna give you a new baby, and he might just put the same baby back into you? Because, yeah, why not? You know, sometimes God wants to kill your baby so he can just put the same baby into you. He got to put you through that trauma and terror just to make you go through it again because he loves you.
That lady wrote and said, you know, she understands that when you have a miscarriage, that baby goes to be with the Lord and the abortions as well. But she said, I've had 5 miscarriages. Did God keep putting that same spirit back in? And therefore there was only one, or do I have 5 children in heaven waiting for me?
That's a genius question.
That is a very wise question that very few people actually ever ask.
So let me make something up on the spot.
Sometimes, depending on who that is that God's sending from himself, if he needs that child on this earth at a specific time, some people are going to freak out over this, just get over it. Okay, if God, and he's done it in the past. If there's somebody, I know somebody that happened to, that he sent their child to be here during a specific time. This was just a few years ago, and the baby miscarried.
Why? If God sent a baby to be here at a certain time, how could it possibly be the baby miscarried? How is it possible in all-powerful God's will is not done?
And God sent, this is what he does. He will take that little spirit, because it's usually really early on. He'll take that little spirit and put him back inside himself. And then when the parents try again, sometimes he will put it back a second time because he can hear. And but most of the time, you've really miscarried. If you miscarried 5 times, normally you have 5 children in heaven. And I guess we'll all find that out when you get there.
Sure. Yeah, I guess you'll find out when you're dead. You can't prove me wrong because you'll be dead. Ha ha. Amazing how that always works out in their favor. And last on religious bullshit, this is the last one. Oh my God, we've done an hour, 20 minutes on religious bullshit. So I talked about this on a previous show. This whites-only church was trying to get a permit, and they did it, folks. A small Minnesota town voted to approve the permit for a whites-only church because, of course, racism's dead, folks. Doesn't exist anymore. Shh, let's just pretend like the whites-only church doesn't goddamn exist. But it does, folks. So now your little shitty town will forever be known as the shitty little town that has the whites-only church. I guess they're religious freedom. They can do anything they fucking want. Because this is goddamn America. But, yep. So embarrassing that this kind of shit still goes on in 2020. Fuck this trash-ass country. And that's all my religious bullshit. Did a bunch. So depressing. But is anybody fucking surprised at a bit of this? The answer is no, you're not. This is what we've always dealt with in goddamn America. It used to probably be worse. That's the thing. It's actually better now. As horrible as this shit is. On the phone, yeah. What? Yeah, it's a whites-only church. Yep. They got a permit to do it. Their whole creed is like, yeah, we want to celebrate the white family. Yeah, that's what's important. That's what Jesus would. Nah, Jesus is white, dude. I've seen pictures of Jesus. He's blue-eyed white dude. Don't even fucking lie about that. The only blue-eyed white dude in the Middle East. Trust that shit. All right, let's read the super chats. Super chats. What we got here in the super chats? Yeah, I read that. All right, Sunred, pet the kitties, Dusty. They're all over. I've been petting them the whole show. They're all over the fucking place. I got like 4 of them sitting here having an orgy right now. 1, 2, 3, there's 5 of them right in front of me. So I have been petting the kitties, but thank you for that. Brickin' Bat 094, $4.99. The pastor has COVID or smoked weed before his sermon. Probably both. Smoking crack. That's what they all do. Kyle Rapp 1111 says the ability to think about contradiction is one of one's life and choose the contradiction of lesser evil versus I'm right into the story can be life or death. Yep. It's definitely a fucking death cult thing. I'll take us all with them. Daddy Nerdic 999. I live in Vermont. And if this is Nazism, I had it all wrong. I know, right? I thought Nazism was about like ultra nationalism and shit like that. But nope, it's about responsible COVID implementation. Danny Nerdic 499. Hey, Dusty. Can we get a dabbing with Dusty emoticon? No, thank you. But thank you for the buddy. I don't dab. That's just not for me. It's not something I want for myself, but I appreciate that. Bunch of the guys and I were trying to get high. I mean, you mean dab, like as in doing a dab? I can do that. I'm not actually doing the dab thing because I don't like that. But Catalina Gearbox, what's up, Catalina? $5. The Antichrist has to grift quickly, for he knows his time is short. I know, right? It seems like Trump should be the leading person that you guys think is the Antichrist if you're actually paying attention to the biblical verses. But nope, somehow you don't see it. Brian, $2. Money for the kitty chaos. I appreciate that, Brian. Thanks a lot. And Ginny Roo, $5. Why isn't abortion a gift? The little baby doesn't have to go to get $200 instead of heaven without having to struggle through life. I know, right? If I could have just gone to heaven without having to go through life and maybe had the chance of not worshiping Jesus and being tortured forever in hell, I would have preferred to be aborted. Fucking mom having me? You fucked me. I'm going to go to hell now. Thanks, Mom. And E.O. Mansco, $84 $5 for the kitties. Thank you, E.O. Mansco. All right, more super chats, please, if you're able to. I'm going to try to barrel through the rest of the show. I might save some of this for Monday's show. We might save the what the fuck section. And might just do the Chud Watch and finish it up because I only got about 40 more minutes of the show. Plus, I got something I got to go take care of real quick. So, let's just kick this shit in the nuts. Chud Watch, talking about Chud Watch. We talk about chuds and make fun of them. We got a big Chud Watch check for you guys tonight. First off, lots of coping MAGAs. And ready for these motherfuckers? Basically, here, Karen. The copium is real, yo.
Who do you think won the election?
Oh, I know Donald Trump won the election. There's no doubt in my mind.
What do you say to people who say that Donald Trump lost by 7 million votes and is being a baby about this whole thing?
Those people are delusional. They are willful in refusing the truth. There's a difference between being ignorant and willfully ignorant.
And which one are you?
What's that? What's that?
What?
What? Which what?
Which what am I? Yeah, are you ignorant or are you willfully ignorant? They're just fucking delusional. Just a cult member. Can't see it, but we all can. And so it's hilarious. And next up, these two Karens are immune from COVID, folks. It's true. And the reasons they give are scientifically sound. Nobody can argue with this. Cat, please stop jumping on my hand. Let's show you. You want to show everybody how fat you are? This is Fat Tana. She crawling all over my hand. Look how fat she get. People are like, don't fat shame, but you got to fat shame this. That's a big kitty. That's a big old kitty walking all over my hands, earthquaking my whole shit. Yeah. Yeah, you are, aren't you? But you a pretty girl and Daddy loves you, don't he? Yes, he does. He's like, Daddy, you're embarrassing me. Don't fat shame me. Mwah. So thank you for everybody who super chatted me tonight, supported the show. You're doing the Lord's work. And back to the Karens who are immune from COVID. And the funny thing is wait till this woman tells you why she's immune to COVID, and then look how pleased with herself that this woman is the one that told her about this bullshit.
We don't have the vibrational frequency to host that virus.
And I taught her that.
So if you don't have so that vibrational frequency right here, you're not going to get it.
Yeah.
We don't have the vibrational frequency to get COVID?
Correct. Do you know that everything in this universe vibrates and is alive? There is life with that. That's what I'm talking about.
I don't put life into COVID. I'm not going to wear a mask.
I'm not going to wear a mask either.
I never wear a mask.
We're not going to wear them.
Ever.
We don't have
the master race, folks. God damn it. This is what we're dealing with this country. That ain't gonna get COVID because of vibrations. Good vibrations. Not gonna get the COVID. Dead women walking, folks. And love to see this one. This Karen got booted off a plane because she refused to wear a mask and got not a standing ovation, but an ovation. Imagine being such a piece of shit that you buy a ticket, waste all your fucking time getting on a plane, only to have your whole plans ruined, have to waste so much time getting kicked off the plane because you just fucking won't put on a mask like you know you have to. But she making a stand. You gotta stand for something or you fall for anything, folks. So here we go. Ma'am.
You need to have a mask on. You need to have the paper mask that they provided. It has ma'am.
Ma'am.
I'm speaking to you, ma'am. Ma'am. I'm speaking to you. You have to wear your mask the whole entire flight. If you're unable to do so, you will be removed from the flight. Okay. Thanks. Okay, you're done. Let's go. You're gonna go on the aircraft. These guys are like,
idiots. Figured that was gonna happen.
They get out of the way. They're like, yep, get her.
You're getting off the aircraft. Please, come on. You're done. You're not going to speak to me like that. You have to comply. You agreed to this when you checked into our flight and you bought your ticket. So I need you to come off the aircraft at this time. You're going to refuse. Okay.
Oh my gosh. I have no idea. Cincinnati, that's all I know.
She gonna sit there though, make the cops come get her.
You coming off the aircraft? You need to come off the aircraft, okay?
Yeah, don't make us drag you out, because we will. So they gonna get her bag for her. And then she's finally gonna get her ass off. They all gonna clap. Bye, Karen. Yeah! At least a bunch of people have sense. Not everybody is part of this goddamn mass delusion. Fuck these motherfuckers. 300,000 people dead. This country's so fucking trash. And next up on the Chud Watch. Nothing burgers. That's all they do. They lie. She got to hold up her papers and pretend there's all this corruption, folks. Let's have a listen.
Tried type of election with the mail-in voting. And what this lawsuit does, it looks at those anomalies, and here's what it finds. It finds that the chances of Biden coming from as far behind as he was at 3 a.m. on election night, the chances of that are 1 in 1 quadrillion. The chances of him, that's prevailing in one state, prevailing in all 4 of the states where he was so far behind, the chances of that are 1 in a quadrillion to the 4th power. This is all outlined right here in this lawsuit, everything we've discussed in a source document by attorneys before the United States Supreme Court.
That's just math, folks. Quadrillion to the 4th power. Don't you believe it? And so Dan Rather, throwing shade. Pretty good, Dan Rather. He's like, darn it, I only had my quadrillion to the 3rd power. There's your mistake, Dan Rather. Gotta have it to the 4th power. Get your shit together, Dan Rather. Love to see him throw shade on people. And next up. Oh, yeah, did you guys see this? Shithead Trump supporter, evil Republican motherfucker, Louis Gohmert, was given a press conference, and for some reason these zombies are decaying in front of our very eyes, and his tooth just falls out of his fucking skull. Yeah, there he goes. Ooh, yeah. That's amazing. Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's what happens when you're a soulless fuck. You just decay live on the air. I'm going to show you the longer clip of this, because the longer clip is even more amazing. How he just plays it the fuck off. I bet it's going to ask me to turn my fucking bullshit off. He just plays the shit off like he doesn't even happen. This is pro level shit. Where he basically pretends like his tooth didn't just fall out of his fucking head, and instead he hides it in his lower lip to cover the shit up. Watch it.
Been with our Afghan allies many times since 2000.
It falls out and he's just going to gum it. It didn't happen. He's going to keep on going like it didn't happen.
2001, since 2000.
I just hide that for later. Yeah, I just hide that. Not disgusting at all, folks. Please do not puke in your mouths. Normal shit happening in the Republican Party right now. Gross. And more from the coping MAGA. Oh, yeah. It's 5D chess, folks. You don't understand. Trump had to let them steal the election to prove people elections are stolen. Don't you know? On 11-3, only 27% of people thought elections were rigged. Now we're up to 73%. Wrong. Same must happen for vax. Yeah. He's got to pretend like he loves the vax to show people that they shouldn't get the... Don't think about it. Don't think about it. I trust Trump and will never trust Big Pharma, even though Trump is the one pushing for this. Double think. It's all 1984 all the time. Let's skip past that one. We're going to skip past that one, too. Let's go ahead and go to this one. Oh, yeah, folks. Tulsi Gabbard trying to pass a bill to protect women's sports from the transgenders. Trans panic, folks. Like, I never knew much about Tulsi Gabbard. The only thing I knew is that she was being heavily pushed by Shoe on Head and Joe Rogan Brobra. But I knew just because those two shitty people were pushing her that there was something wrong with this chud-ass lady. And yeah, here she is, folks, pushing the trans panic, because this is a real big problem, folks. Oh my God, transgender women gonna take over sports. Gotta pass a bill. Fuck you, Tulsi Gabbard. You little dumbass. And next up, Tim Pool. Let's shit on Tim Pool. Time to shit on millionaire Tim Pool. One of the dumbest motherfuckers on earth. I want to say Tim Pool's dumb, but he's not. Actually, Tim Pool is a fucking genius. He's basically just a televangelist for the right wing. You know, this is what they do. He just lies for a living and makes millions of dollars off of it. And here he is. This is the kind of shit he puts out. Texas just nuked Democrats from orbit with SCOTUS lawsuit calling election constitutional. That's right, folks. Texas basically skull-fucked the dead corpse of the Democrats right in front of America, folks. Don't you know it? I mean, we already know. I already showed you what happened. It was thrown out. But Tim Pool, that's what he does. He sells false hope for a living. It doesn't matter that he's continuously wrong because the people that follow him do not give a shit. They want to be lied to. Here he is telling you, folks. This is the big one, folks. I know. I've been calling every other lawsuit up to this point the big one. But this is the real big one. Don't listen to what I said before. Listen to what I'm saying now, folks. This is the real shit.
Let's read the story, and then we have a breakdown of exactly why they're probably going to win this one. And this is huge. This is going to change the outcome of the election. In my opinion, we'll see.
In my opinion, folks, this was definitely going to change the outcome of the election. I know I've said it 100 times before, but this one, this right here, motherfuckers, this right here, this is the real shit. Wonk, wonk. But yeah, he's making millions, so hey, can you blame him? Don't hate the player, hate the game. And today he's out there saying, this is what he does, folks. He's like, yeah, I was wrong about that one, but here's your next false hope. It's done. SCOTUS rejects the Texas suit, but are Republicans going to object in January 6th? Yeah, don't worry, folks. We still got January 6th. I've been wrong every single time, giving you nothing but false hope repeatedly, but hey, here's another false hope. Give me money, idiots. And then his fan base basically just calling for war, because this is what he attracts. This is what he influences. It's time for the military. Yeah, let's get the military in there to install a dictator. Says Tim Pool fans. It's time for Boogie, which is basically a reference to the Boogaloo Boys, who is a organization who is trying to foment insurrection and civil war using strife in America. Yeah, it's time for the Boogie Boys to do civil war in this country, says Tim Pool fans. So yeah, that's what this country awards continuously, but don't worry, folks. Oh, it's not done. We have the military, bucko. More Tim Pool fans. Yep. Nobody be afraid. More false hope. The military's going to step in and just murder everybody and insert Trump as the dictator. That's going to happen. But Dave Rubin knows what's up, folks. Dave Rubin here to tell you that Tim Pool is one of the few real journalists in this world. True story.
I want to show you two tweets from Tim Pool. By the way, you guys know Tim Pool. I've had him on the show a bunch. I would say he's on the short list of people that I can call journalists without putting quotes around the word journalist. And I've got the tweets over here. Do I have the tweets?
Do we have the tweets?
Do I have the tweets from Tim?
Pull them up.
Oop.
No.
I don't think I have the tweets from Tim.
Dude, I'm better at running my show than you are with your whole fucking crew. You got a $4.5 million mansion, and I still do my show better than your dumbass by myself. That's what a useless sack of shit you are, Dave Rubin.
Let's go. Oh, I do have them here. You can still say there is evidence of widespread fraud, so I will say that. There appears to be evidence of
Anyway, we don't have to play the rest of this shit. Who wants to listen to goddamn Dave Rubin anymore? But here's what it's all about, folks. 100% what it's all about. It's all about the fucking money. Why I let the left? We know why. First time on a private jet. Can't find the Grey Poupon. Help. I'm rich now, motherfuckers. Yeah, I'm on private jets and I have a $4.5 million house. Why did I leave the left? Oh, it's a mystery. It's a mystery to nobody. To nobody but your fans, motherfucker. We know why you left. God damn it. A Keemstar. Come on, America, do a civil war. Civil war's coming, and it will turn into a world war. Yeah, come on, says this piece of shit internet douchebag. They trying to foment a goddamn civil war. And don't you know, folks, here's a Republican Representative Barry Loudermilk of Georgia lamenting that, you know what the problem with this country is? Young men won't die like they used to in D-Day.
I was honored to be part of the official U.S. delegation to travel to Normandy for the 75th anniversary of D-Day as a veteran and since my dad was there. Cool. As I'm sitting there at the American Cemetery, President Trump comes on the stage and he goes to this elderly gentleman up on the stage and he's, typical Trump, this is a tough guy right here. He's a tough guy. This is a real hero.
Yeah, pandering.
It turned out that this guy was about 17 or 18 years old when he stormed the beaches of Normandy. The death rate of his unit was 96%.
Well, that's terrible, isn't it?
The death rate of COVID is 0.001%, and we have young people that won't go to the store.
Yeah, they won't go to the store because they want to get their grandparents and your grandparents killed. They're actually making the sacrifices. They're actually doing the same thing on a smaller level that the guy in the military did, right? It doesn't make them bad. It actually makes them good. They're the good guys in this scenario, and you're the bad guy, you evil fuck. Goddamn Republicans. And Dave Ramsey, guess he's a big popular radio guy, has a company with 800 employees. It's already gotten 100 cases of COVID-19 to his employees. But regardless, they're going to have a big Christmas party where nobody has to wear a mask. Because fuck reality. And the sad thing is, he'll get rewarded for it. He'll make millions of extra dollars from people saying, yeah, finally somebody standing up for our rights. It's just so frustrating. And let's skip past that one. All right, let me read the chats. That's all my Chud watch. I'm fixing to have to go. I got to go check on something, folks. I think some drama is happening, and I got to go make sure that it's not happening, unfortunately. Remember, Trump had bone spurs, I know. Cowardly Trump. I mean, I would have skipped the Vietnam War too, but I wouldn't have pretended like I'm a big badass who supports the military and shit about it. Hey, Dusty, how's your day going? We'll see. I got to go see if something is happening that I think might be happening, and I hope it's not happening, so we're going to go check that out, and my night could be getting very bad here in a minute, but hopefully not. Hopefully I'm just... Anyway. They want civil war. We want civil rights. Yep. They want to kill us all. We just want democracy. Chud is the new word for me. What's cannibalistic humanoid underground dweller? They're just zombies. Trump zombies. Ruining every fucking thing. I can't talk about it. I don't have permission to talk about it. I don't even know if it's happening, but I got to go find out. But we'll see. Some kind of family drama might be happening right now that I got to go fucking check out again. God damn it. Anyway, fuck Trump. Yep. Please no cops. Hopefully no more cops. We'll see what the fuck happens. All right, let me read the super chats. And then I'll do the rest of the material I have on Monday. It'll be here in 3 days. It'll be here before you know it. Most assuredly talk about concentrate. What concentrate? I'm lost on what we're talking about. You talking about THC concentrate? I'm a fan of that. Appreciate that. John White, $2. When you gonna bust out them nipples? I don't really do that. It's not really my thing, but I will take $2. Appreciate that. Snout Heat or Head at $4.99. Keep being awesome, cat dad. I will. Love my kitties. I took responsibility for them. I'm gonna give them a good life. Soldier of Science, $5. How many years do you think we have been devolving due to uneducated outbreeding the educated? I mean, since religion was born, I guess. I think as a society, we are evolving. It just seems like it's worse than it is because now we're all connected and we know every bad thing that's happening all the time. Clever Kitsune, $4.99. My husband and I love watching you. Keep up the amazing work. Speaking that knowledge, I appreciate it. Thank you for the support, Clever. You rock. And Ben Davis gave me $50. Holy shit, that is very generous. Thank you very much, Ben Davis. You're amazing. Destiny bringing Union down the CHUDs. Yep, I'm trying to bring the logic to the CHUDs. We'll see what the fuck happens. And Living Torture just became a Dust Buddy. Appreciate that. You can become a Dust Buddy, a member of the Dust Buddies for $2.99 a month. Gives you customized emojis and shit. So if you want to support the show, it's a great way to do it. I sure appreciate that. All right, folks, I'm going to run. I will be back Monday. Yeah, it's Fridays. I'll be back in 3 days on Monday. Look at all this other shit I have to cover. I had tons of shit to cover still. Let me just show you on here. I got a nice little what the fuck section. We're going to talk about, we're going to get to Shia Labeouf and his ex-girlfriend accusing him of killing dolls. We're going to talk about that on the next show. I got a small hero section we're going to cover. I'm going to do my review of Cyberpunk 2077. I downloaded it. It's actually, for some reason, they didn't put DRM on it, so it's already on the pirate sites. So, like, if you want to play it, and I suggest you pirate it, and then if you enjoy it, then buy it, or buy it when it's on sale. And if you don't enjoy it and don't like it, then don't pay for it. That's what I would do. That's what I'm going to do. I played it a couple hours already. It's okay so far, but I'll play it some more between now and Friday. What depends on what the fuck happens with this drama bullshit. But, and I'll let you know more of my thoughts on it on Monday. So you guys stay tuned for that. As always, you want to support the show, please consider supporting on Patreon. Patreon.com/SCOTUS. Link in the description of the video. Also, link in the description of the video where you can send direct tips and gifts for the Animal Sanctuary for my Amazon wish list. If you guys want to do that and support the kitties, I sure appreciate it. Be back Monday, guys. Pray for me. I might need it. Love you guys. I'll see you soon. As always, till next time, Logic. Fuck yes. I'm going to have my I Hate Christmas song play us out. Let's do it. I wrote this shit myself. Get it, Dusty. You guys have a good weekend. Good night. Thank you, Jenny Rude. You rock. Good night.